you sitting over there. Take a look at this. This is Maximum Drive, the show where you don't sit, you ride. You don't walk, you race. Today's playoff show features the Bats, the Raptors, and the Wolves. Hi again, everybody. I'm Joe Fowler. It is playoff time on Maximum Drive, and we've got cameras at every single corner of the track. Brian Vermeer is there. He'll call it as he sees it. Mercedes Cologne, she's got her running shoes on. She's going to be busy. You're going to be busy. Let's go. Here's our playoff board. Our last show, the Lions and the Cobras both advanced. Today, it's the Bats, the Wolves, and the Raptors fighting for a spot in the quarterfinals. Now, we start off with the long course ATV, a twisting, turning quarter-mile track. Our competitors are going to do it 4 times. Kevin Hayden for the Bats. He's in lane 3. The Raptors, Sean Jaramillo, squeezed in the middle. And shooting the hole from lane 1, the Wolves, Quinn Brumbaugh. They are ready for action. This could be their last shot on MD. They're going to have to beat everything we have to throw at them. That's a lot of turning, a lot of obstacles, and the ATVs themselves. And we are off and running in a tight, close race. Has to start bumping his way through is Kevin Hayden. And he had to take about 2 shots to the side of his ATV to grab that lead. Let's see if he can hang on. Behind him is Quinn Brumbaugh, then Sean Jaramillo. Sean Jaramillo on the outside trying to pass Brumbaugh. Meantime, Kevin Hayden for the Bats with a good lead. These are the big kids. Hayden's 14, Brumbaugh 14, Jaramillo 13. They're all 5'7" or better, and they are all more than 130 pounds. So these are our larger kids. And you can see Kevin Hayden winging that ATV around turn 1 and now into the horseshoe. He'll gather some speed down the slope, and there's the race between Brumbaugh and Jaramillo for second place. Jaramillo trying to pass him and cannot do it. Brumbaugh doing a good job of blocking him out. I think we're going to have an interesting race here for number 2 spot. Kevin Hayden yet to relinquish his lead. He is sailing along turn 1. Outstanding speed. And again, Sean Jaramillo taking the outside for the Raptors. He gets the lead. A great move by Jaramillo around turn 1 to pass up Quinn Brumbaugh. Meantime, here comes Kevin Hayden zipping down the track. Course record 2 minutes and 14 seconds by Sean Mitchell of the Ducks. Kevin Hayden should threaten that record. He's got 1 lap to go. Every point these teams make is so valuable now because it's a clean slate. The best teams have advanced, and they're fighting for their lives on Maximum Drive. Hayden leads. Sean Jaramillo second. Quinn Brumbaugh is third. Oh, Kevin Hayden left 2 wheels in the air around the hairpin, but he's still ticking. Hayden hits the finish line. And his Bats get the quick lead with 5 points. Raptors 3, Wolves 1. I see Mercedes Cologne down there.
Woo! What do you have to say for yourself?
I just went as fast as I could, and I got the whole shot, but it was closer than my first turn. I almost crashed. They pushed me a little ways.
All right, well, we'll be looking for him.
We won't look long. He's getting ready for the next event. Bats 5, Raptors 3, Wolves 1, and the next event is bungee biking. We're going to find out if these guys can move quickly, stay together, communicate, and ride at the same time. Not easy. That's right, we've got the bungee cord. We've attached it to him. Simple, you pop the cord, your race is over. You've got a 1:30 time limit, so you got to kick it. Kevin Hayden, Sammy Filipponi, who you see right there, and Jeff Dillon on the inside. They are the Bats. They currently lead. They're going to try to hang on. Bungee biking, our next event. The Bats do it, and they do it well. The last time they hit this course, they completed the course in 51 seconds. Sammy Filipponi is in the middle. On the outside, Kevin Hayden. The inside is Jeff Dillon. You can see they work it well. They're talking to each other constantly, yelling out instructions. The outside man is Kevin Hayden. He had to speed up there. Now they'll move down the slope as fast as possible. Do not break the bungee cord. That's the whole point. I mean, if you go bungee jumping, you don't want the cord to break, right? Right! It's like death to these guys. In the middle again, Salvatore Filipponi. Inside, Jeff Dillon. He's going to have to slow it down at the hairpin. Wow, Kevin Hayden on the outside speeds it up. The cord's still intact. You don't give much leeway. They're doing it at the chicane. Here they come. They want to complete it. A little bit of a stretch there, but the bungee cord is intact. I'm looking at the maximum drive clock. It reads 52 seconds. Oh, they gotta love that. That's gonna be a tough time to beat. The Raptors know what they have to do. They're up next. There's Sean Jaramillo being strapped in. The bungee cord attached to him. Along with Gerard Patton, he's the middleman. And on the right side, the inside, is Levi Reed. So the time to beat, 52 seconds. If you're ready to write the Raptors off, that's a big mistake. This is bungee biking. Last time they did this, they did in fact complete the course. Gerard Patton's in the middle, in the inside, Levi Reed, outside Sean Jaramillo. And they are off to a quick start, but they are just testing that bungee cord, stretching it to really its limits. Sean Jaramillo, he's in an outside position and was pulling the cord. And it's Gerard Patton who's got to speed it up just a bit. You get the picture. They got to stay within a certain distance of each other. I don't know if we have our mics open down there. Listen to him calling out. Listen to this. Go. You can literally hear little Gerard, 10-year-old Gerard, screaming at his 12 and 13-year-old teammates. Slow it down! Hey, they're going to do it! Yes! Did they beat 52 seconds? That's the question, and the answer is no. But that does give them a second place. They do complete the lap in 58 seconds. So now our third team, the Wolves, they've got something to shoot for. Quinn Brumbaugh is on the outside. Big win. In the middle is Bobby Archer. He'll be doing a lot of the quarterbacking. And Jonathan Brooks, Johnny Brooks on the inside. Make sure everything's on. Gloves, goggles, no loose ends, right? Okay. Mr. Gerard Patton showing us how passionate he is about racing. He's raced for food. Here come the Wolves. Hey, they know they've got to complete the lap and do it in under 52 seconds. I might tell you the last time they did bungee biking, they did it in 52 seconds. In the middle is Bobby Archer. And you can see that Jonathan Brooks and Quinn Brumbaugh flank him. You hear him saying, hold on, Quinn, hold on, Quinn. They are stumbling around the horseshoe, but yet the bungee has not broken, but they are struggling. There's no doubt that they do not have it together yet. And with 52 seconds staring them in the face, this is going to be a tough run. That's the time to beat. And the time to speed up is right here at the runway. Now to Hairpin Alley. Listen to him. So far, so good. Can they make it around the chicane and do it? They're going to start to floor it. And the bungee stays intact. It is a time of 56 seconds, which puts them in second place. Slow start, fast finish, sneaky run for the Wolves, but the Bats do win bungee biking. Mercedes.
You guys did a great job, and you were the main man, Salvatore. Were you giving out commands?
Yes.
What were you telling them?
Not to pinch anybody off in the turns and just hold it on and slow down, not break the string.
How did you handle not falling on top of each other?
Well, we just try to keep our distance, but not too far. Keep close and just don't bang that much on the handlebars.
All right, well, you did a good job. 52 seconds.
That's right, Mercedes. The Bats are on a roll. In fact, they've got back-to-back wins. 10 points after 2 events for the Bats. Raptors and Wolves got some catching up to do, and they'll do it after this. Track on Earth. This is Maximum Drive. Here's your scoreboard. Bats 10, Raptors 4, Wolves 4. Hey, if you ever want to know what basic training is like in the military, here it is. You're dealing with tanks, right? You're dealing with all those obstacle courses, right? And now our competitors are going to deal with the same thing. The young ones, the young riders. Gerard Patton, General Patton, he belongs here. He's got to go in, around, and over that obstacle course, along with Jonathan Brooks of the Wolves. They'll be right beside each other, and so will Jeff Dillon of the Bats. They're going to go all the way through that obstacle course, and they'll join their buddies in the Argo tanks. It looks like they're ready to go, and there's the start. First stop, the Mats. Gerard Patton, the closest to the camera. On the outside, also doing quite well, is Jonathan Brooks. In the middle is Jeff Dillon. He is in third place. They're going to climb the netting now. Jonathan Brooks, the first on the netting for the Wolves. After they finish this obstacle course, they will join their partner into the Argo. And boy, Jonathan took the quick way down the slide, but he has the lead. Jonathan Brooks has the lead, and he leads it over Gerard Patton. Jonathan Brooks, the first in. He joins Bobby Archer, and the Wolves are off and running. Followed very closely by Gerard Patton and Levi Reed of the Raptors. The Bats are the third team to get going. Bats, of course, have a 6-point lead over the Raptors and the Wolves, but they're struggling here. Meantime, look at the Wolves. They plow through. The Bats right on their tail. Bobby Archer driving the Wolves Argo right behind him. Levi Reed, the driver of the Raptors Argo. They'll do the 2 complete laps on the so-called dry course. Let's call it the muddy course. As you can see, our leaders already muddy from behind. The Raptors in the 2 spot, and the Bats are slowly but surely catching up. A tough turn into hairpin for the Wolves. Bobby Archer and Jonathan Brooks. Brooks did the obstacle course, and now he is joining Archer as they zoom through the bog and head for the Gator Pit. Raptors closing the gap slowly but surely, and so are the Bats. Out of the pit from the Wolves. Oh, they need the points. Now this final lap, they'll take it into the lagoon. In pursuit, the Raptors, with Levi Reed driving, Gerard Patton navigating, and the Bats, Sammy Filipponi, the driver, with Jeff Dillon navigating in third. Flopping right smack dab into the middle of the lagoon. The Wolves continue to lead. Trying to dive across the lagoon. The Raptors right behind. Look at the Bats. They slam in right behind and beside the Raptors, but they've still got to go around that orange buoy. The Wolves look back. You can see Bobby Archer checking out the competition. And now the Bats are pushing the Raptors. The Bats are pushing the Raptors just a bit on the outside, and the Bats have lost control of their Argo, and they're going to go visit the Bermuda Triangle. So as they visit the Bermuda Triangle, we call your attention to the Wolves with fist in air. The Wolves finish first. The Raptors come driving home in second, and the Bats, well, the Bats are still out there. Wolves get their 5 points. Hey, you know those simulated rides at the theme park? Well, start bouncing around in your chair right now and you'll get the same feeling. You're on Bobby Archer and Jonathan Brooks Argo. Oh yeah, you got that feeling? All right, moving on. Here are your total points. Bats 11, Wolves 9, Raptors 7. That's after 3 events. Now we go to event number 4, the Cub Long Course. And we've got our young guns out there. Jonathan Brooks, Gerard Patton, and Jeff Dillon. We've already seen Gerard Patton's dad watching from the gallery. Actually, we've got parents and guardians here teaming up with officials from the National Off-Highway Vehicle Conservation Council. Novak people, they control the safety and management of the course. The parents and guardians, well, they offer their support and, most importantly, their permission. It is playoff week on Maximum Drive. Every point is important, especially right here. The long course, Cub Ride. In the lead around turn 1, Jonathan Brooks with Gerard Patton number 2, Jeff Dillon 3. They're going to do it 4 times around. And whoever comes first going to be a big fat 5 points onto their team total. Jonathan Brooks, these are our youngest riders. Brooks is 11, Gerard Patton 10, and Jeff Dillon is 10. Oh, they love these Cubs. No shifting, no gears. Just accelerate and play it safe. Here comes Jonathan Brooks completing lap 1. Gerard Patton right on his tail. Jeff Dillon in third for the Bats. The Bats lead going into this competition 11 to 9 to 7. Bats, Wolves, and Raptors in that order. So a win here for Jonathan Brooks and the Wolves as has the potential to either tie or put them alone in first. Around Hairpin Alley, a little bit wide. Jonathan Brooks had to lower that foot to keep his balance. But it's a good, clean run for Johnny Brooks. Oh, and down goes Gerard Patton. He went down as he made the turn at the chicane. And he is down on the track as Jonathan Brooks continues the run with Jeff Dillon in pursuit. Our concern is on the track with Gerard Patton as the Wolves are going to finish first here. The Bats second, and that will tie both of those teams for first place at 14 points. Coming around the chicane and taking the checkered flag, Jonathan Brooks to the Wolves. As for Gerard Patton, you can see there, he is up. He's probably very concerned that his Raptors didn't get any points. The Wolves have 5, the Bats 3, Raptors 0. There's a great shot. Gerard and his dad walking off. They'll talk about it. It's not over yet. They know it. 4 events in the books. Wolves 14, Bats 14, Raptors 7. We'll be back with our final run on MD after this. Drive, Maximum Drive is the show. We've got 1 event to go. Wolves 14, Bats 14, Raptors 7, and it all boils down to this one. Over the mat, tag team event. A whole lot of tagging's going on right down there at the mats. And there's the threesome that's going to start it off on the Cub bikes. It's their job to take the lead for their respective teams. Jonathan Brooks of the Wolves has the outside hole. It'll be Jeff Dillon in the middle for the Bats. His team is tied with the Wolves, and Gerard Patton, you bet he's back. He says, I'm shaking off that last race, and I'm going to be a factor here, guys. He's running for the Raptors. They'll do the track. They'll then tag to their teammates on the XR80s. They will run a lap on the track, and they'll tag to the ATVs for the final run to victory. We are seconds away. You're looking at the match. That's what they've got to go over and over the mat. That might be the toughest part of all. The Raptors are going to play the role of the spoilers as the Bats and the Wolves are fighting for number 1. Here we go. And quickly off is Gerard Patton of the Raptors. He has that early lead. Second place belongs to Jonathan Brooks. Third is Jeff Dillon of the Bats. Gerard Patton setting the pace. Riding high at the runway and now to the hairpin. This is a tight turn. Our general, little General Patton makes it well, and down the line he comes in first. The Raptors with a chance to spoil it. For either the Wolves or the Bats. Jonathan Brooks of the Wolves right behind him. Jeff Dillon of the Bats in third. Now they head for the chutes. This is the great equalizer. Don't knock that ball down. Cut the motor off. And off and running is Jonathan Brooks. He is the first one over the mat. He tags his partner Quinn Brumbaugh of the Wolves. And Quinn Brumbaugh and his XR80 is zooming out. So the Wolves now have first place. They're followed by the Raptors. There's Sean Harmey on the Bats. A slow start in third with Kevin Hayden. Quinn Brumbaugh is our leader for the Wolves. The Raptors, Sean Jaramillo in second place, in the Bats, who are accustomed to winning, they're in third. Quinn with a tight line. Now we'll head to the chute for the final pass. Again, into the chute, kickstand now, motor off. It is Quinn who will go over the mat. Right over that ball, quickly over to Bobby Archer. Archer on the ATV, and look at the Wolves go. The battle for second, Kevin Hayden and Sean Jaramillo over the mat. And here come the Bats, Sammy Filipponi and Levi Reed of the Raptors in third. The Wolves continue to lead with Bobby Archer around Hairpin Alley, and he set 2 wheels in the air. He's trying to zip by right now in first place and control this race. Bobby Archer with 1 lap to go. Second place is Sammy Filipponi, got a lot of making up to do. Levi Reed right on his tail. Again, the Wolves in first place, and will finish first if they hang on. The Bats in second place, and will finish in second if they held that position. And the Raptors with Levi Reed in third. Half a lap to go. Bobby Archer of the Wolves at the runway. He has 1 crucial turn right here at Hairpin Alley. Archer makes it tight, makes it good. He's going to come sailing home at the chicane. Here comes Archer. Here come the Wolves. The Wolves win the competition. Sammy Filipponi of the Bats. He is in second, and a close third place goes to the Raptors and Levi Reed. Oh, was he Jersey on his tail. Wolves dominate this final event. Brian Vermeer has our champs.
Oh, yeah, the Wolves win it, Joe, taking the win from everybody else. And I have to ask you, Quinn, when you're jumping over that ball, it seems like you have a hard time conquering it.
Yeah, it's a little tall. I can't really get over it because it's real soft. I can't get a good jump on there.
Now, does it seem like that's the hardest part of this kind of race?
No, I think that turn down there at Hairpin Alley.
Yeah. Well, why is that so hard?
I just can't get that turn because it's a little hard.
Oh, well, it may be hard, but look, they took the win, and to me, it seemed easy, Joe.
Maybe that's because you've never done that. These guys have been there and done that. Hey, the Wolves win the championship today, and the Wolves and the Bats are going on to the quarterfinals. Back with more on Maximum Drive right after this. Let's hear it for them. They gave it their all. And advancing and finishing second, the Bats. And way up there, our top shelf dudes, the Wolves. Woo! Hey, listen, I'm out of time. I'm out of here.
What do you say?
In fact, we'll call it Maximum Drive. Oh, tracks, water, dirt, bikes. What a concept. Tackle the track. Hi again, gang. I'm Joe Fowler. You know the deal. Only the best survive now. And speaking of the best in survival, Brian Vermeer has made it through. And of course, you know, Mercedes Cologne. So that's it. Strap it on. Maximum Drive is coming at you. Here's the playoff four. The teams in green are the teams that have made it to the semifinals. Bobcats, Sharks, Pythons, Cobras. Today it's the Rams, Wolves, and Lions. And you want pressure? We have 3 teams, but only 2 spots to fill in the semis. Which team will it be that'll drop out? Brian Walbaum says it won't be my Rams. How about the Lions? Chris Thompson, he might be the fastest rider out there. And then you've got the Wolves. There's Quinn Brumbaugh. He plans on coming back. They have waited a long time to face each other, the Wolves, the Rams, and the Lions, and they do so here in the playoffs, and wheelies galore everywhere. The Lions take the lead. Chris Thompson has it at the elbow. It was the Wolves' Quinn Brumbaugh who pulled the biggest wheelie, and he is in a distant third, so sometimes that's not the smart thing to do. Brian Walbaum chasing Chris Buff Thompson, and that's the Lions in the lead with Thompson. Walbaum right behind him, and Quinn Brumbaugh has some making up to do. Here comes Chris Thompson. 1 lap in. 3 to go. Of the 3, Chris Thompson has run this long course in the quickest time, and you can see that Brian Walbaum wanted to sneak up on the inside. And Buff shut the door on him. Thompson has run this course at 2 minutes and 13 seconds. No, that's not a track record, but it's considerably faster than the other 2. And Chris Thompson is setting the course, and almost falling is Brian Walbaum. He completely lost control, legs flailing through the air, and he is lucky to have hung on to his XR80. Buff Thompson around the horseshoe, nipping some hay. Now down the slope to the back 90. And believe it or not, Brian Walbaum is still there with him. Wow! Quinn Brumbaugh still a distant third. Course record is 2:02 by Levi Reed. Chris Thompson is being pushed to the limit. 1 lap to go. He lets her fly. Chris Thompson ripping up the course. Brian Walbaum trying desperately to stick. Walbaum hitting the hay again, and Thompson is sailing down the runway. Remember the record of 2:02. All Chris Thompson has on his mind now is let's finish and finish first for the Lions. Here comes Buff Thompson at the chicane, riding high. He's got the #1 hole. The Lions finish first. The Rams with Brian Walbaum finish second. And Quinn Brumbaugh comes in third. Let's go back to Hairpin Alley. Chris Thompson is in the lead. Behind him, Brian Walbaum. This got carried. Thompson fishtails. Brian trying to catch him. Whoa, look out, wait, flip. Come on. Whoa, what? Look out. Oh!
How do you maneuver to keep him from coming around you?
Just cutting his lines, take his lines away from him.
Just weave in and out?
Yep.
Weave in and out, Joe. Well, I'm going to weave it right back to you, Joe. In and out.
Thanks, Vermi. After one event, Lions 5, Rams 3, Wolves 1. Event number 2, ATV short course. Don't even think about going to the kitchen. You'll miss all the action. This one is fast. I also want to remind you, it is safe. Actually, for a lot of weeks, I've been reminding you just how safe and controlled our races are here on Maximum Drive. I'm not just saying this to say, hey, look at us, we're safe. We want you to take some of what you've seen and learn here from the show. The technique, the gear, the precautions, the adult supervision, environmental concern. Think about this stuff next time you ride, okay? All right, the Lions, the Rams, and Wolves, Jared Franks, Rex Cody, Bobby Archer, this is what they're gonna do. Around the short course, it's a tough, tight course. All right, we are ready for our second race, and we are ready to welcome again Steve Lamson. Steve, what were you doing when you were 10, 11, 12, 13? Same stuff?
Same stuff, just started.
But we didn't have a show like this for you.
No, I was on my own.
Would you have loved this?
I tell you what, I would have, definitely.
Steve Lamson, 5th in the world in the 250 Supercross, and we've got him here. Join me in the booth. This is the hot spot. You got the best seat right here. Let's go. Our second race. It's the short course ATV. They are off and they are running. Inside lane belongs to the Wolves, and that's Bobby Archer. The Rams, Rex Cody right behind him, and Jared Franks of the Lions is there too. Bobby Archer with the lead, down the slope and into the back 90. Every point is so important here as we are in our playoffs. Bobby Archer, followed by Rex Cody. Bobby Archer is the only one of these three that has run this ATV short course in the past. Oh, I beg your pardon, Jared Franks ran it, but he was a DNF.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Rex is putting the pressure on him.
Rex is right behind Bobby Archer. The dust is flying. And Archer, the last time he ran it, he did it in 2 minutes and 38 seconds. I bet he can beat that, especially at this...
Whoa.
Oh, wrong, right by him is Rex Cody. I thought I saw Bobby look down at his ATV and shift. Yes, he's having some problems right there.
Something with shifting, it sounds like.
You could definitely see that he had some problems, and Rex Cody just zoomed right by him, took advantage of the moment.
Looks like he might have missed a gear or something.
You can see he's looking down still. I believe he's having his problems. Rex Cody now has the lead for the Rams. Bobby Archer had to give it up about this point last time. Jared Franks, he wants to finish the push, and there goes Bobby Archer, 2 wheels in the air, but he's still down on earth and still zooming down the slope. And he's having trouble in the back 92. Meantime, Rex Cody is pouring it on, isn't he?
Rex is pulling away. He's got a good lead now.
What do you think of the style?
He's got it, I tell you what. Sliding it through them corners like you're supposed to.
There goes Rex Cody down the slope, followed quickly by Bobby Archer, who's trying to make up some ground, but Jared Franks is right on top of him. Rex Cody kind of gave a glance back. He knows he's got 1 lap to go. He knows he's got 5 more points, too. So really, this is a race right here.
Right here, Jared's trying to get by Bobby there, but
Jared is trying to find a door. Oh, it's so hard to pass.
yeah, plus he's eating all that dust, too.
Look at Jared right on top of Bobby Archer. Meantime, Rex Cody's got a firm grip on number 1. He's going to come around and finish first. Bobby Archer's in second place. Here comes Jared, going to make a move. On the inside, Jared does not make that move inside. Bobby Archer hangs on to it. The Rams win with Rex Cody. They get 5, Wolves 3, Lions 1. Take a look at this race within the race. Rex Cody trying to get around Bobby Archer, lap 2 inside. No! He's blocked out. He could not get around Bobby Archer. But on the 3rd lap, it was a different story. Watch this. Rex said, I couldn't do it on the inside. How about the outside? Yes! He adds a little muscle to it and squeaks by. Also, slammed the hay right there. A little bumpy ride, but a great one nonetheless. After 2 events, Rams 8, Lions 6, Wolves 4. Catch your breath. See you on the other side. More MD after this.
Sam TV.
Finals, look at this. 3 teams going for 2, count them, 2 spots in the semis. And now our next event, the Argo. Hey, what is it about the Argo? What is it that everybody loves? Is the fact that these Argos go the opposite way around Hairpin Alley. They have to deal with the bog. Is it the fact then they have to plunge into the pit? Is that what you like about it? I don't know what it is, but everybody likes the Argo event. Is it the size of these machines? 6x6 heavy-duty 4-stroke engine tanks? Quinn Brumbaugh, he's running for the Wolves. Oh, wait, I know what it is. It's the hard-to-steer handlebars, easy-to-strip gears. You like that, right? Bob Thompson, he's going for the Lions. And there's Brian Walbaugh running for the Rams. Oh, I know what it is you like about the Argos. It's the mud. These are the biggest machines we have on Maximum Drive. They can run over, around, and through anything. Hay, shrubbery, announcers. That's what makes this so much fun. This is the Argo Run. 3 times around the course. If you can. Everybody holding their own line. And taking it over the hay is Brian Walbaugh. But he is a survivor. And he's going to treat the Argo like a tank. Around the first turn, it's Chris Buff Thompson for the Lions. He is followed by Quinn Brumbaugh. Thompson, the first one in the bog and the gator pit. And in the inside, Brian Walbaugh is going to try to pass, or at least attempted to pass Quinn Brumbaugh, but couldn't do so. But look what happened to Chris Thompson. He was smashed with mud makeup, and he's got it all over. But you know what else? He's got first place, so he doesn't matter. The muddier it gets, the better it is for him. Thompson in the lead for the Lions. Second place, Quinn Brumbaugh. Third is Brian Walbaugh. Look at Thompson make a wide turn and a tight turn at Hairpin Alley. So he's no longer for the purple Lions. It's for more of a slime green and brown Lion team. Thompson in the gator pit. He looks back to find out, oh no. Is Quinn Brumbaugh going to be able to smash me again? He will not be able to this time. Thompson has the lead. He comes around the stretch. He's got one more lap to go. It does not look like there will be any threat to this for a victory. Thompson will hit Hairpin Alley with about a quarter lap lead. And Chris Thompson makes that turn like a pro. Second place is still Quinn Brumbaugh. Brian Walbaugh way back in third. Buff Thompson will have the gator pit all to himself. Unmolested in the gator pit. He'll take a little Sunday drive, shake his head, yes, 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 I got it, I got it, I got it. And here comes Chris Thompson and the Lions. Thompson brings it home for first place. Quinn Brumbaugh still trying to work his way out of the pit. He'll finish in second. And there you see Lions 5, Wolves 3, Rams with 1. A good race. And look at Chris Thompson. Well, I know where he's going. Chris, get back here. He wants to take a shower. Speaking of showers, here's the one he just took. Oh! You see, that's what we like about the Argo. How do you feel, huh? Can you hear me? Oh, hold on. Can you hear me through that mud, Chris? That was a great run. Are you happy? Are you excited? Okay, that's great. Joe, can you hear me? I can't hear you. A little louder. Okay, Joe, back to you, Joe. Thank you, Megaphone Mouth. Yep, gotcha. Lions 11, Rams 9, Wolves 7. Look at that board. We finished 3 events. It's time now for the Long Course Cub Run. I'll tell you what, the Wolves are in a must-win situation. With only 7 points, they absolutely have to win one of our final 2 events if they have any chance of advancing to the semifinals. Hey, for that matter, the Rams only have 9 points. They don't have a lot. And there you see for the Rams, Chris Gagnon. He's got a little pressure on him. Jonathan Brooks riding for the Wolves. He knows they've got to score some points. As for that guy, Joshua Bagg and his Lions, they're looking pretty good. Yep, their safety official, Randy Harden. He likes what he sees. The pressure is now on our youngest competitors. They say, huh, pressure? What pressure? It's the long course. It's the Cubs. It's a race and a fight to the finish. It's Jonathan Brooks for the Wolves in the lead around the hairpin. Make that the elbow. He would love to be at the hairpin by now. Chris Gagnon in pursuit in second place, and Joshua Bagg is in third. Joshua Bagg has run this course on the Cubs. He's finished third in 2 minutes and 33 seconds. And Jonathan Brooks did it in 2:19, so those are the 2 that have experience on this course. And look at Jonathan Brooks run. He's kind of got the feel of a bike. You can see him moving up and down on it, shaking it, getting the lean, learning the lay of the land. He's got 3 more laps. Brooks leads for the Wolves. The Wolves in last place going into this. They can pick up a huge chunk of points. Chris Gagnon for the Rams in the 2 spot, and Joshua Bagg is in third. I said these are our younger competitors. Our leader, Jonathan Brooks, is just 11 years old. 85-pounder. Look at Johnny. Johnny Brooks opening up a big lead now at the horseshoe. Chris Gagnon trying to do anything he can to cut that lead. But Johnny Brooks races down to the back 90. He's got a quarter of a lap lead. The Wolves will pick up 5 points for 12 total, and that is going to put them back in contention. Jonathan Brooks of the Wolves. Here he comes. Jonathan Brooks in a tremendous run. He does it in 2 minutes and 11 seconds, just 6 seconds off the track record. In second place for the Rams, Chris Gagnon. Joshua Bag for the Lions. He will finish in third. Let's look at the board. We said the Wolves needed a win. They got it. This is some kind of contest, Fermi.
Oh, boy, that's right. We got this one right here. Jonathan Brooks. It's like riding a bull, it looked like you're doing there with a mechanical bull. You're riding that thing. What was going on?
I don't know.
Coming over the finish line, is that how you're supposed to ride?
I guess.
Does it give you speed?
Yeah.
Oh, boy, did you teach him how to do that?
No, I think he did it on his own. Kind of a hot dogger.
Well, that hot dogger just helped the Wolves tie it up. Look at this. After 4, Lions 12, Rams 12, Wolves 12. Who is going to the semifinals? Stick around.
Stay tuned for more fan
Action. Here's the deal. Lions 12, Rams 12, Wolves 12. 3 teams all tied up. Only 2 will advance. As simple as this. The team that finishes last in this race, gear up, will be the team that will be eliminated from the playoffs. It's all riding on gear up. The ultimate relay race. In fact, emphasis on gear. You got to pass the safety gear from one teammate to the other to keep it going. There's Rex Cody of the Rams. He's riding out of lane 3. In the middle for the Wolves, it's Bobby Archer. And in lane 1 for the Lions, Jared Franks. Look at the day the Lions have had. First place, then last place, then first, then last. So they're due for a first. They better. Remember, they're going to pass the goggles to their teammates on the second leg at the ATV. And then the final leg, they'll pass the glove. You're looking at the Cubs, the third leg of our gear up, the most important leg. Well, each leg is important. This is what it's all about. The race to determine who will advance in the playoffs. The third place team will be eliminated from Maximum Drive. This is for everything. The Lions have the lead. That's Jared Franks in the lead. It's Rex Cody number 2 and Bobby Archer 3. Franks, Cody, Archer in that order. Jared Franks of the Lions. All 3 of these teams tied with 12 points each. Around Hairpin Alley. Oh, there goes Rex Cody. He wipes out. He's quickly up on his bike, but look at the distance now. He has lost precious time. It's Jared Franks, followed by Bobby Archer. Now around turn 1. Here they go. Jared and Bobby head for the infield. Rex Cody trying to make up some ground. They'll slide into the chutes. You don't want to knock that ball down. You got to pass the goggles off to your teammate. And they have to put them on securely. Jared Franks has passed it on to Chris Thompson. Bobby Archer's passed on to Krim Bumbaugh. And Rex Cody's passed it on to Brian Waldbaum. And in that order, Lions, Wolves, and Rams take off. So it's Chris Thompson, Bob Thompson of the Lions, around the hairpin on the ATV. Now the most important leg, the Cubs. Chris Thompson will go into his chute. He's got Joshua back there. That's where he gives the glove to. He'll slip the glove on Joshua's hand. The Wolves and the Rams are right behind in their chute. Joshua, the glove's not out all the way. Joshua took some time there. The Wolves are right behind him. The Lions take the lead. The Wolves in second. The Rams with Chris Gagnon. Christopher Gagnon are distant third. So it's the Lions and the Wolves that may continue in the playoffs. But here come the Rams. They're going to make a complete lap. Joshua Bag of the Lions in first. The Wolves. Jonathan Brooks in second. Christopher Gagnon is in third. He has got to catch up or the Rams will be eliminated from the playoffs. Joshua Bag of the Lions still in first. Jonathan Brooks in second. Christopher Gagnon doing everything he can to try to make up ground. It is Bag and Hairpin Alley. Jonathan Brooks fighting to get the inside line. But it is Bag who comes around to the chicane. It will be the Lions, the Wolves, and the Rams in that order. The point totals for Gear Up. Lions 5, Wolves 3, the Rams 1. The happy teams, the Wolves and the Lions, after many, many weeks of running this course on Maximum Drive, they know now they're going to the semifinals. As for the Rams, this was the moment of truth. Hairpin Alley, Rex Cody wipes out on the first lap, and that's what hurt him. Fermi, it's all yours.
Joe, it's a fantastic win for the Lions, I'm telling you. He had problems with the Cub in the last race. How to react differently now?
I went faster.
You know you got the first place now, right?
Yeah.
You know that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to say anything about the Cub now?
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay. Woo, Joe!
And the Lions have roared into the semifinals, and for the record, they win the day. They're the champions of our day with 17 points. The Wolves will join them in the semifinals, and you join us in a minute or so. This is Maximum Drive. We've got action on the water, on the track, and in your face. Today, the Lions, the Bobcats, and the Cobras face off in semifinal playoff mania. Once there were 15 teams, now there are just 6. The 6 best have survived. Welcome to Maximum Drive. These are the semifinals. I'm Joe Fowler, and by now you certainly know Brian Vermeer, the Berm, is down there, as is Mercedes Cologne. Are you ready? The semifinals are on the air. Count them, 6 teams in the semifinals. Lions, Bobcats, Cobras, Sharks, Pythons, and Wolves. Only 3 are going to the finals. The long course Cub run is first. Hey, any other day, this is considered a warm-up race. You know, feel each other out, get to know the course. Forget it. This is semifinal time. The stakes are high. There's no warming up. Plus, these guys know each other well enough. They've seen each other over the last few weeks. They know the course. I say they know the course. That doesn't mean they've mastered the course. The Maximum Drive semifinal is ready to start up. We're going to do the Cubs. It'll be the long course. We'll find out what they're made out of. At the first turn, Cobras and Lions battle it out. Lions, Jared Franks has the lead at the horseshoe. For the Cobras, behind him, and behind him is Neil Emery. Jared Franks is 12 years old. He's 5 foot. He wants to be a pro supercrosser. He's been riding for 9 years. And he's off and running at Hairpin Alley. Oh, he takes it wide, and he slides down. Jared Franks wipes out. That opens it up for Putter Ashford of the Cobras and Neil Emery of the Bobcats. Come on, Neil. Jared just took it too wide, too low. Ashford leads it. 12 years old, he's 5'4", 110-pounder. And he is rolling. Neil Emery right behind him. 12 years, 5 foot, 120-pounder. So Jared Franks has some work to do now, trying to catch up. Putter Ashford has seen him come and go on the hairpin. He doesn't want to be a victim of it. He looks back to see where Neil is, and we have 1 lap to go. The Cobras, Putter Ashford has the lead. Neil Emery of the Bobcats right behind him trying to get the line. And you can see Jared Franks is there too. We have all 3 of our riders, and Jared Franks bumps into Neil Emery. That knocks him back a bit. Putter Ashford has the lead to himself now. It'll be up to Neil Emery and Jared Franks to see what they can do with a half a lap to go. Down the runway, they pick up speed. Putter Ashford smells victory. Jared Franks now right on top of Neil. He's going to make a pass to Neil. Neil goes way wide. Jared passes up Neil Emery. He's not going to catch Putter Ashford. Putter Ashford wins the Cub race. Jared Franks second, Neil Emery third. A big 5 for the Cobras. Let's go to Brian Vermeer.
You're coming around the hairpin. What do you see? Who's falling?
I saw Jared. He was in front of me, and then he went a little too fast in that turn and slipped out. So I almost ran over him, but I got the lead, so I was happy.
And so's Putter's mom. who is here. Cobras 5, Lions 3, Bobcats 1, and now our second event, the ATV short course. All three of the riders for this event are capable of setting a new course record. They're that good. There's Chris Thompson of the Lions. He's in lane 3. Hey, they had to be good. They made it to the semifinals. Another Chris, Neitzel. You know him for the Bobcats. He says he's number 1. He's in the middle. Stephen Gagnon of the Cobras will be in lane number 1. Our second event involves over 35 turns. It demands ultimate concentration. A 6-lapper with the ATVs. Out of the chute, the Lions, Chris Buff Thompson with the lead at the elbow, followed by Stephen Gagnon of the Cobras and Chris Neitzel of the Bobcats. Chris Thompson, the lightest of our riders right now at 98 pounds. And I'll tell you, on a bike, that's an advantage. On an ATV, not as much, because you need to shift your weight. You need enough weight to level that ATV. But look at Buff go! He is setting a torrid speed. Stephen Gagnon behind him, and right behind Gagnon is Chris Neitzel. Chris Thompson has run this race before in 2:53. It will take better than 2 minutes and 53 seconds to win it now. But he's definitely on a hot pace. Thompson for the Lions. They're in second place going into this event. Stephen Gagnon in second place right now. He's 14 years old. He's 5'6", 110 pounds. Chris Neitzel in third. He's the biggest of the three. He's 5'6", 125. And you can see them all shift their weight, working the ATVs to their maximum. Thompson, he's got 2 laps to go. And he is opening up the lead. In second spot, Stephen Gagnon of the Cobras. In third is Chris Neitzel of the Bobcats. This would really change things on our scoreboard if it finishes in this order. Chris Thompson, Buff Thompson in the back 90. Now he sees he's got just 1 lap to go. Thompson, give a handshake and he's ready on the first turn. No problem, he looks back, and you can see now, almost falling, Chris Neitzel. He stalls out as he hits the hay, trying to get the inside line. That could have been awfully bad. He hung on to his ATV, and I'll tell you, Chris Neitzel ought to be happy just to finish in third right now. But it's Chris Thompson who has number 1 on his mind. Thompson wins it. Buff the winner for the Lions. In second place, Stephen Gagnon of the Cobras. And here comes Chris Neitzel, who almost took a bad spill. Lions pick up their 5, and Chris Neitzel's lucky and happy to get his 1. Mercedes.
Chris, you hung on to that ATV there when you hit the hay.
I tried to pass Steve, and he came over and cut me into the hay bales, and I had nowhere to go. I just hoped I could hang on to these bikes.
You really got him on the hay.
When I saw him, I looked over my shoulder, I saw him right there, so I said I knew he couldn't pass me, so I tried to cut him off, and that's what I did.
Of course, nobody cut off Chris Thompson. You don't cut off a blur on the screen.
Regular off-road missile. He was a flying line. We got Chris Thompson right here. What I notice about your style and technique when you're riding the ATV is that you don't hug the corners like other contenders. You seem to play middle of the road.
It's just because I can keep it on and I feel more comfortable that way.
You feel more comfortable that way. Hey, Joe.
Yo.
You comfortable up there?
Oh, yeah. I got a lounge chair, an umbrella. I got my beverages. I'm fine. Lions 8, Cobras 8, Bobcats 2. I guess it's time for me to turn over. Back with more MD after this.
Stay tuned for more BAM TV.
Drive semifinal playoff action. Lions 8, Cobras 8, Bobcats hanging tough. Time for our XR80 long course. These are our youngest riders competing. And I'll tell you, if you ask them, they'll say, we feel like veterans by now. I mean, think about it. It's been a couple of months since they were interviewed. Then they were evaluated. Then they were tested by the safety crew from NOVAC, the National Off-Highway Vehicle Conservation Council. Then they went through thorough demonstrations and practice runs for each and every event. And finally, they competed on several shows. They've been through a lot, and they've always played it safe. Here we go. These are our fastest bikes. This is our longest course. If you put them both together, this is what you get. Lions and Cobras off to the quick start. For the Lions, Joshua Back. For the Cobras, Mark Smith. The Bobcats is Grant Moore. Our youngest competitors are on the track right now. You can see Mark Smith zipping in that second spot, staying right on the tail of Joshua Bag. Joshua Bag has run this course on an XR in 2 minutes, 29 seconds. Mark Smith has done it in 2:14, and here comes Mark. Oh, he found his opening around the hairpin, and he confidently signals to everybody he's got control. Mark Smith at the elbow with the lead over Joshua Bagg. Mark is 11 years old. He's 4'9", 80-pounder. He's a BMX champion. It must be in the genes. His dad races. And he is opening up the lead at the hairpin. Joshua Bagg and Grant Moore giving chase. But Mark Smith is controlling the race for the Cobras. The Cobras and the Lions are tied for first at 8 apiece. Again, Joshua Bagg in second place. He's 10 years old. He's been riding for 8 years. He's literally been riding ever since he can walk. Grant Moore in third, 11 years old, 4'6", 80-pounder. His entire family's here to cheer him on. But here comes Mark Smith, and he is the man of the moment. 1 lap to go for Mark Smith and the Cobras. The battle is really for second place. Joshua Bagg and Grant Moore. They're the combatants for the number 2 spot. Mark Smith down the slope. He goes to the back 90. Our 90 feet of bad road. He'll hit the runway flying, and they'll take it into Hairpin Alley with 1 huge lead. Mark Smith, the course record 2:02 set by Levi Reed of the Raptors. Here comes Mark Smith for first place. He got it, and you saw Grant Moore pass Joshua Bagg at the hairpin. He counted on the opportunity, and here is that battle. Grant Moore hangs on to second place. The XR80 runs. Cobras 5, Bobcats 3, Lions 1.
Explain to me, though, what is it? You put more gas in there? The wheels are better? You know, what is it?
Strength, endurance, and everything else.
He's a man of few words, but he lets his racing do the talking.
Hey, Vermi, how about that battle for second and third? Listen, Mr. Grant Moore picked his spot, didn't he?
More speed, gets more points for Grant Moore, and that's right, the Bobcats. Grant, I guess the story is in the hairpin. What went on there?
I saw Joshua went a little bit too fast in the hairpin, and I took the inside, went to make the pass, and tried to keep him behind.
And he did just that. Cobras 13, Lions 9, Bobcats 5. It's back. Time for slam dunk. Hey, you ever dribbled a ball through the lane, delivered a head fake feed, taking a give and go J from the baseline? Well, this is nothing like that. This is slam dunk. You ride that boat out to your teammates on the rafts, they give you the beach balls, and you score right there in the middle. Jamming. I'm a little nervous here. You don't seem to be, huh?
No, not really.
Confident?
Yeah, very confident.
Which one are you going to go after first? You ever sights on one?
No, not right now. When I go around the 360, I'll figure out which one I want.
All right, he's going to use the 360 to figure it out. All right, let's see what he can do on your mark. Get set, go! Jamming Jared Franks of the Lions. They have 9 points. They're in second place, and he's quickly across the rafts. They've got 1:45 to put as many of the 4 balls in the holes. He's on the back of the wave runner, and he's going to take off. Now, he just told us he's going to use this trip around the targets to figure out which one he wants to go after first. He has 2 of the smaller tubes and 3 large ones with nets. The inclination is to go for those large ones, a higher percentage. He's heading out to Bob Thompson right now to pick up a yellow ball. A good connection is made. Here comes Jared Franks. Which one is he going to go for? Drives the baseline and pops one in. It rolls into the net shot. A good one is made. Now over to Joshua Bagg, and he does not make the connection on the ball. Sean Stubner's going to drive Jared back around again to see if they can recover. Still working on it. We have 45 seconds to go. And now he's got the ball. He's got 1 slam dunk already. He looks left, now right. He's got his bearing set, and yes! 2 dunks for Jared. He heads on out, gets the blue one. The blue ball in hand. Jared Franks is going for 3 slams. I've never seen 3 in one game. He's got it. There's 3. Will he have enough time for the red ball, the hot ball? He's going to grab it. Running out of time. Here comes Jared. And puts it up and just misses. 3 slam dunks for Jared Franks. Oh, yeah. So you went for those nets.
Yeah, I did. I didn't know why, but the other one's a little hard. The balls had a little too much air in it.
But you also tossed them, too. I mean, you didn't just slam them down. You tossed them.
Yeah, it was pretty hard. Didn't get close enough to the rafts, but hey, I did it.
Putter, you got 2 cameras on you, your mom's and ours. Is that pressure or what?
Yeah, a lot of pressure.
Now, you know what you have to do here. If you get 4, you're going to move on in the playoffs.
Yep, and then we're going to try and win it.
That's the attitude. Turn around. Every camera's on you. On your mark. Get set. Go. He's going to try and win it. Putter Ashford. The Cobras are leading in this event right now. They have 13 points. But he knows he's got to have 4 dunks to win the slam dunk. He'll take that trip, that 360 around the targets. They are used to finishing high on the tote board. But they have just seen the Lions score 3 slam dunks. Out to Stephen Gagnon he goes. He'll be handed the yellow ball. A good connection is made. Here comes Putter. A sweeping move to the baskets. He looks over the left shoulder and flies it home. There's one shot made. Now to Mark Smith. Another connection is made. A good one by Mark. Here comes Putter. Another baseline drive. Putter looks, and flings it in. There's 2. He needs 2 more to beat the Lions. The blue ball's in hand. Nice feed by Stephen Gagnon. Here comes Putter. He's going to go for the 3rd slam dunk, and it's good. Oh, that was a bullet. That was a bullet. Here's the final ball, the red ball. Plenty of time to go. This is for the win. This is for a guaranteed advance into the finals, and he drops it. The ball is down. Will he have enough time to pick it up? He's got 20 seconds to go. If he can pick it up and bring it in, he will win the event for the Cobras, but they're having their troubles at this point. There's 1:35, there are 10 seconds left. There are 8 seconds left. 7, 6, 5, 4, the shot, it is, oh, it's in the same goal as the blue ball, it will not count. He needed to find another goal. Obviously, you realize that last one was the one you needed to win it all. What happened?
I was trying to switch hands so I can be ready for it, and I dropped it, so I had to go back for it.
Oh, goals here, goals there, goals everywhere. The Bobcats, Neil Emery also slammed home 3. So, all the teams, Cobras, Lions, Bobcats, split the points. They get 3 each. And now, after 4 events, you gotta love this score. It's Cobras 16, Lions 12, Bobcats 8. Our next event will determine who will go to the final.
Fam TV will return after these messages.
Right, backs against the wall, and every cliche you can think of. The Cobras 16, the Lions 12, the Bobcats 8. For some of our competitors, this is going to be their final race on Maximum Drive. For others, the final championship awaits. Our event now in the semifinal playoffs is over the mat Argo. The minds of Maximum Drive have gone mad. They're combining the mats and the Argos. I love it. There's Chris Neitzel running for the Bobcats. In the middle, Stephen Gagnon, his Cobras, looking very strong for the finals. And in lane 1, Chris Buck Thompson of the Lions. They will join their teammates in the 6-wheeled war wagons. So much action is going to happen right there in the center of this track. But first, we call our attention to the start. All 3 teams fighting for a chance to make it to the finals. That's right. They all have a shot. The Lions with Chris Thompson have the early lead. The Bobcats, Chris Neitzel in 2nd, Stephen Gagnon in 3rd. If you're a Bobcats fan, they must win this event in order to have a mathematical chance, and then have to wait to find out what the other 3 teams do in the other semifinal event. That's how it'll work. Thompson continues to lead at the hairpin. Now the chicane. It is Chris Buck Thompson in the lead for the Lions. They're in 2nd place overall. Holding the wheelie across the line is Chris Neitzel for the Bobcats. A strong run for the Bobcats. Stephen Gagnon, the Cobras in 3rd. Now they zip into their lanes. Into the chutes. Kick stands down. It's quickly Chris Thompson. He will join Joshua Bagg in the Argo for the Lions. Chris Neitzel joins Grant Moore. Here comes Stephen Gagnon over the mat. And he will join up with Mark Smith. Slowly, Joshua Bagg and the Lions pull out. But look at the Cobras. They're zipping in front of the Bobcats. They're trying to force the Bobcats in, and they have stuffed the Bobcats. I I'm looking for a flag. No flag, so the Bobcats are going to have to pull out and try to catch up. Oh, that hurt. That hurt. Here come the Lions. There's a stall out. It's a tough run, but the Lions pull out of the Gator Pit. The Cobras in second place. Lions make no problem around the bog. The Bobcats are distant third right now. It is Joshua Back driving, Chris Thompson navigating. The Lions in the lead. The Cobras are in second place. That's Mark Smith at the helm with Stephen Gagnon navigating and Grant Moore driving for the Bobcats. The Bobcats fighting for their playoff lives. Something's going to have to happen for them. The Lions continuing to lead. They want 5 more points. And they are through the Gator Pit, but not without a little bit of a nudge from the Cobras. They say, thank you very much, we'll take it. The Lions are leading. They have 1/2 lap to go. Cobras in second place. If it should finish this way, overall the Cobras would win the day, and they'll go to the finals. Oh, but right now they're going nowhere. They just stripped the gears. Here come the Lions. They do win first place in over the mat, Argo. And finally, the Cobras get going, and they'll squeak by just ahead of the Bobcats. Close call. Lions 5, Cobras 3, Bobcats 1. Fermi.
You guys got the win. You got the 5 points. What were your thoughts going into this race?
Just to win, get out in front and stay that way.
And that they did. They stayed that way. They got the win and now have a chance at getting the wild card spot. Joe?
We'll know very soon, but one thing we know for sure, the Cobras have won the day, and they are going to the championship finals of Maximum Drive. Stick around, we got more right after this. Big hit. The semifinals have come to an end here. A big hand for the Bobcats. They leave us here, but really good competitive running. And I got to tell you, Lions, you got 17 points, and that's going to put you in great shape to become the wild card team. And I'm going to take this big, bad cup and lift it up to Mark, Stephen, and Potter. The Cobras win it. That's it. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you. So the Cobras go on to the finals. The Lions, they'll wait and see. Tomorrow, the Sharks, Pythons, and Wolves battle for a spot on the Maximum Drive Championship Finals. Contestants receive Sanyo's cable-ready, remote-controlled 13-inch closed-caption TV featuring trilingual on-screen display, auto-channel programming, auto-shutoff, earphone jack, and off-timer from Sanyo. Nico's Roadquake, featuring front and rear suspension and includes a rechargeable battery pack and charger from Nico. Keystone's Le Click 110 automatic pocket camera with built-in flash from Keystone Camera Corporation. Franklin Speaking Language Master. This unit defines 300,000 words, 500,000 synonyms, and pronounces 110,000 words out loud. From Franklin. Production facilities provided by Universal Studios Hollywood. What you've been waiting for? Hold on! And then there were 1, 2, 3 teams. That's all that is left. Hi again, gang. This is Joe Fowler, and this is what you've been waiting for, the Maximum Drive Championship Show. Oh, I've got my friends here. We're all gathered. There's Brian Vermeer down there in the pits, along with Mercedes Cologne. We are ready. We've got every turn covered. We've got every stretch covered. We've got all the obstacles, and we've got you. Let's go with the championship show. We start our MD Championship with our most challenging long course race, the XR80. A full gallery on hand to watch the Cobras, the Sharks, and the Lions compete for the title. I love the matchups. There's Chris Thompson of the Lions. He doesn't make mistakes. Eugene Hernandez of the Sharks. Of the three, he has the fastest time in this race. And the Cobras, Stephen Gagnon, a relentless rider, doesn't give up an inch. Tough to pass. Wipe the slate clean. The point totals leading up to this championship no longer matter. It matters only that they are here. Shooting the hole for the Lions, Chris Thompson. In blue for the Cobras, Stephen Gagnon, and Eugene Hernandez in the back for the Sharks. That probably won't last, as Eugene Hernandez has done this course at 2 minutes and 5 seconds. Very close to a course record. Again, Chris Thompson for the Lions is your leader around Hairpin Alley. He takes it tight and takes it strong. Stephen Gagnon and Eugene Hernandez battling for second place. Thompson gets one lap under his belt. Gagnon still in second, looks back and finds Hernandez right on his tail for the Sharks. It remains Chris Thompson. He's 14 years old, 5 foot even, 98 pounds. Small size, but he whirls that bike around like he's a monster. Down the runway he goes. Buck Thompson around Hairpin Alley. He's still controlling it. A little bit wild on that one, but it's not damaging his lead. Here he comes. 1 lap to go. He lets you know that he's got control of the race. Buck Thompson of the Lions has the lead. The battle now between Steve Gagnon and Eugene Hernandez for second place. Every point is vital. The Lions, Thompson has a half a lap to go for the victory. Stephen Gagnon still in second place. Eugene Hernandez trying to get upside of him on the right side and pass him by. The overall record, the course record, 2:02. Chris Thompson trying to break it. He's down the line, and here he comes. He's got the win. The battle for second. Oh, there is no battle now. Eugene Hernandez just went down, and Stephen Gagnon will hit the finish line all alone in second place. But Eugene is quickly back up on his XR80, and you know what? He will take that 1 point for third. Chris Thompson and the Lions with 5. Guess what? NCR! New course record!
Yes! On the championship! This is great! You got 2:01. You beat the record. How do you feel?
Great.
Now the question I have to ask you is, you've been out here many times, you've run this race many times. How do you feel your game has changed being out here so many times?
I just ride smarter, stay up on 2 wheels, and just get out in front.
We are in for a great competition. You can just tell. Lions 5, Cobras 3, Sharks 1. Second event, same course, different bike. ATV long course. The 4-wheelers are out. This race has a little more bumping and grinding. Just ask all these three, especially Crystal Ma. Hey, she's had a tough streak lately. She's probably #1 in the most wipeouts, but she's also #1 in enthusiasm, too. I love watching her. There's the Lions' Jared Frank, solid racer, and he's had great support from his dad, who's been out here all the way. Hunter Ashford of the Cobras, what can I say? Hunter doesn't let anything rattle him. I can hear the Gary. Go putt, man. Come on, Jared. Let's go, Crystal. They need the points. There is no tomorrow for these 3 teams. And they are off, and it's a quick turn on the first one. It's Hunter Ashford in the lead. For the Sharks, Crystal Moss spun out just a bit, but she's regained control. It's Hunter Ashford and Jared Franks, 1 and 2. Crystal Moss, she's gotten herself back right in the race. So we've got it now. The Sharks, they trail with 1 point. It's up to Crystal Moss to see if she can bring up some points. She's in third. Hunter Ashford, 12 years old, 5'4", 110 pounder. He's been on this track before. He did it in 2:11 in the past. And Ashford at the chicane, ready to put 1 lap under his belt. He's got it. Jared Franks in second, and Crystal Moss hanging tough in third. Jared Franks right behind Putter. Jared Franks is 12 years old. He's been riding for 9 years, racing for 4, and there goes Crystal Ma. Crystal Ma has hit the horseshoe, turned the ATV over. She is down and out. Whether she can get back on and ride, we do not know. She's saying, start it up, and that's what she's asking him to do. Because she knows if she finishes, she's got a point. Meantime, Hunter Ashford and Jared Franks fight it out for #1. Crystal Moss screaming, please get me started. And she pulls a wheelie at the horseshoe to get going. That's guts and determination for you. It's Hunter Ashford in first. At the elbow now, the horseshoe. Jared Franks struggling to hang in there in second, but he's with him. And Crystal Moss back in the race. She knows she needs at least a point to stay with the guys. Hunter Ashford of the Cobras retaining the lead. keeping good distance. Jared Frank's 12 years old, he's 5 feet even, and he's there, he's racing, he's standing tall. He wants to put some pressure on Putter. That is the race right now for first. 1 lap to go. The Cobras lead it. They trail overall. This would be big. They would tie for first if they win, and the Lions finish second. And it is Putter controlling the race. The all-time record. 2 minutes and 14 seconds. Sean Mitchell down the runway, over the slope into the back 90 they go. It's Putter Ashford. He's got good speed. He still has that lead, leading Jared Franks of the Lions. Jamming Jared, trying to find the inside track. Putter Ashford at the chicane. He checked back to see he's got the lead. He's going to handcuff here. Putter Ashford, #1. The Cobras win it. They get the 5. Lions with 3, and the Sharks have a point. Vermeer's got the putter.
Gotta love it on the championship, Joe. But what the secret here is that Putter just told me is playing the whole shot correctly. Tell me about the whole shot.
Well, yeah, the whole shot's just about everything. There's not many places to pass on the ATVs because they're real wide and this course is real tight. So the only place you can really pass is the hairpin and on the straights. So he kept on me.
And the picture I will always have of Crystal is over here at the horse. She said, come on, start it up. She was off her bike. She wanted to get back on. Mercedes?
That horseshoe belongs to a fucking Bronco because it does not agree with you.
Nope, not at all, I don't think.
What happened?
I don't know. All I know is I saw the bail and then I was kind of draped over it.
You have any words for your other competitors?
Ow.
Ow. I have some words for the competitors. Look out, because Crystal will be back. After 2, Lions and Cobras locked up 8 apiece. We've got the biggest, the baddest, the dirtiest event of them all. Up next. Show you've been waiting for, the Maximum Drive Championship Finals. Look at it. Lions 8, Cobras 8, Sharks 2. We got a great one going. It's time to bring out the 6-wheeled war wagons. You know what I'm talking about? The Argos. This is going to look like a free-for-all. It's going to look like we have no rules, no barriers, no discipline. No way! Fact is, NOVAC is teamed with Consumer Product Safety Commission and our show to make sure that every race on Maximum Drive is safe, regulated, and thoroughly tested. From the official gear they wear to the equipment. How could we run a championship without the Argos? Never gonna happen. The Argos are in, the big bad machines are ready, and we're gonna find out what they can do. 4 laps across, and quickly, it is Mark Smith and the Cobras who takes the early lead. And they are banging up against him and cutting around him. It's Lucas Weimer. What a great piece of driving by Lucas Weimer. He cut right around Mark Smith. Look at Weimer. He flares the back of his Argo as he makes the first turn. The Cobras and the Lions are tied for first. It is the Sharks that need this. And it is Lucas Weimer who's saying, I'm going to get it. And look at Mark Smith with a mud makeup sandwich all over Weimer. Mark Smith right behind him. And he can see that Joshua Bagg is right behind him. Here comes Lucas Weimer in control of the race. Second place, Mark Smith. In third, Joshua Bagg. Weimer, watch him at the hairpin. That's his best turn yet. The Sharks have a chance to pull out 5 more points and end up with 7, and it'll put them back in contention. Weimer through the gator pit. Here comes Smith. Smith splashes into the gator pit, but Weimer again leads it. Weimer took the lead on the first lap. He looks back. 1 lap to go for Lucas Weimer and the Sharks. He has not relinquished after he took the lead in the first lap. It was Mark Smith who led it at the top, but Lucas Weimer did a big-time turn, passed him by, and has not looked back. 2 more huge potholes. The bog, no problem. The gator pit, a little bit more of a problem. He swerves as he hits the gator pit. And Mark Smith is racing by. Mark is going to try to get by him right here. But as Lucas Weimer comes out in first, he's going to make the final turn for the Sharks. Lucas Weimer. The Sharks finish first. The Cobras, #2 behind Mark Smith. And here comes Joshua Bagg for the Lions. Don't look now, but the Sharks are back in this thing. 5 points. Here's Vermeer.
Unbelievable. You passed him right here on the hairpin. How did that happen?
Well, they both went inside. I saw the outside lane open, went outside, and then they were like, I didn't look back. I think they were caught up on each other. And I just kept going, didn't look back, and Just rode my own race.
Our championship show just got a little tighter. Cobras 11, Lions 9, Sharks 7. And because it's the finals, we got a little bit crazy on our next event. This is like the son of slam dunk, the radical son of slam dunk. This is hoverball. You score by slamming balls into the nets, but you're on a hovercraft. The Cobras, Stephen Gagnon, what's this all about, these earplugs?
To keep my ears from blowing up or something, I don't know.
You know it's hoverball time. This is a first now. You've not played this one before. Do you have any ideas how you want to work it?
Well, I'm going to do as best as I can and hope I get him in.
All right, Stephen Gagnon, you ready?
Ready.
Get on over there. There's the hovercraft. Jeff Newton is your driver. On your mark, get set, go! Up and away. The hovercraft is going to take off and hit the lagoon. The idea here is Stephen Gagnon is going to get his bearings set as they hit the embankment, and they will make 2 passes right by the targets. The wind, the water, the spray, the machinery, and it's all up to Steve to try to score. Throw all the balls that he can into the nets. He's got 4 of them. There are 6 targets. The odds are he's going to get one. At least on paper it says he will. Look at Gagnon. He stands up in the hovercraft. There's something new. Yes! 2 of them. He hits 2 of the targets. In practice runs, we'd never seen anything like that. Steve Gagnon decides to stand up and aim and fire. He's got 2 out of 3, 1 more ball to go. He's going to wait and go to the middle cluster of targets. Gagnon looking, looking, looking. The eye of the Cobra. He fires. Bingo! 3 out of 4 for Stephen Gagnon and the Cobras. An outstanding run for Steve. Buff Thompson, you know there's very little room for error here, right?
Of course.
You understand what you have to do. You got to beat 3.
Of course.
You've seen your competitors. You have an idea here.
Of course.
Okay, Buff says of course to all 3. That must mean he wants to go, right?
Of course.
Okay, Chris. Get on in there. Go ahead. He's going to hop into the hovercraft. He realizes that he's got to hit 4 targets. But he'll take every target he can get. Chris already has his hands firmly entrenched on those balls. You bet. He wants to be ready, willing, and able as he passes the targets. Jeff Newton, he's the driver, 5-time national karate champion, 3-time international karate champion. All right, we know he knows karate. Can he drive? Oh, look at this. Can he drive? Here we go. Chris Thompson has his sights set on the nets. He throws. It rolls off. That's 1 miss. He's going to go for another one right here. It's a big shot. It is also missed. Chris Thompson cannot afford to be shut out here. In fact, this Lions can't afford to fall too far behind the Cobras. He needs to score now. Here comes another shot by Buff. It's his last shot, and it is in. Buff Thompson hits 1, count of 1 goal. So as Buff Thompson comes around back to the lagoon, and this is one of those things that looks a lot tougher and is tougher than it looks.
Yep.
How difficult?
That much.
That much. Well, what was the factor? The wind, the movement, just being in this for the first time?
Yeah, everything.
How tough was it? Just ask Eugene Hernandez of the Sharks. He had trouble finding the handle on the beach ball, and then he had trouble finding the net to throw it into. Eugene and the Sharks were shut out. Here's our scoreboard. The points for hoverball. Cobras 5, Lions 3, Sharks 1. Add them all up and you'll see the Cobras have 16, Lions 12, Sharks with 8. One final race to determine one final champion. It's next on MD. Back. I love it. This is Maximum Drive, our championship final. Cobras 16, Lions 12, Sharks 8, and now the moment of truth, our final event, over the mat tag team. All the competitors, all the bikes, all the track for all the marbles. Yes, the Cobras lead, but the Lions can still win the championship, but they have to win the event, period. Hey, the Sharks, Lucas Weimer, give them a big hand. They battled tough. They'll be the spoilers. There's Mark Smith, the Cobras title riding on his shoulders. He's got nerves of steel. And you've got Joshua Bag of the Lions, focused. He knows he must get around that track real fast. Then it's over the mat, and they'll tag to the XRs and then the ATV. This is the Cobras championship to win, the Lions to take away, and the Sharks to spoil. Over the mat, Lucas Weimer of the Sharks. The Lions, Joshua Bagg. There goes Weimer as he slides. Mark Smith slides behind him, but it is in fact Weimer of the Sharks in the lead. Mark Smith having a rough go down the slope. He hits the hay, and his bike is slowing down to a near stop. Joshua Bagg now takes over second. Mark Smith signaling to the mechanics, I am done, I'm out. The bike will no longer go. So that means that the Cobras right now a distant third. It is up to the Lions. The Sharks have the lead. Lucas Weimer, Joshua Bagg of the Lions in the 2 spot. And they will slide into the chutes. The Cobras a distant third. They have the lead, but they might lose it all. Lucas Weimer over the mat. Will go to Crystal Ball. Crystal Ball takes off, or tries to at least. On the XR, she can't get it started. Meantime, it is Jared Franks for the Lions, and he too has stalled it out. Who's gonna go? It is the Cubs who get it back. For the Sharks, they're in it too. The Cobras back in the hunt. It all leveled out at the mat. Coming around the bend, the Sharks, Crystal Maw. She has the lead. The Cobras, Hunter Ashford in second. Here comes Jared Franks. Jared Franks moves into second place. Crystal Maw leads it for the Sharks. And down is Jared Franks of the Lions. This will be a damaging blow to the Lions. They must finish first. And the Cobras must finish last. A penalty assessed to the Sharks. A 5-second penalty. It's the Cobras now who take the lead. The Cobras, Stephen Gagnon on the ATV. In hot pursuit, Eugene Hernandez of the Sharks. It's the Lions third. The championship will belong to the Cobras if they can hang on. Around Hairpin Alley. Full force on the ATVs. Stephen Gagnon. He's got another lap to go. Right behind him are the Sharks. The Lions in third. The Lions don't like this situation one bit. All they can hope for is something to happen way up in front of them. It's the Cobras in the lead going in. It's the Cobras in the lead right now. It's the Cobras who have a chance to win the championship. Stephen Gagnon on the ATV. It was a good pass from Hunter Ashford to him. And now the championship is theirs if they can hang on. Gagnon around Hairpin Alley, trying to make a fight of it and jamming into the hairpin of the Sharks. Eugene Hernandez is down. Here comes Stephen Gagnon for the Cobras. They are the champions of Maximum Drive. Second place goes to the Lions. Chris Hudson and Eugene Hernandez finishes third for the Sharks. What a race! Oh, what a shot that is! The Cobras celebrate. Weeks and weeks of racing. We threw everything we had at them, and they were up to the challenge. With their friends and families looking on, what a special moment this is! The Cobras win the race, win the event, win the day, and win the championship down to Burmese!
Joe, was that not a fantastic race? Unbelievable. You guys fell down at first. You came back. Mark, how'd you do it?
I just jumped up, started the bike, took off.
Give me a Cobra chair! Go!
Yeah,
Fantastic, Joe!
And let us not forget that at one point in this race, the Sharks were the leaders. It just didn't work out for them, Mercedes Cologne.
You guys did great. I know it's disappointing, but you had a great race.
Well, we had the lead, and then we knocked over the ball, and that happens, and then Eugene was behind, and he knew, we talked about it earlier, if we didn't get, we either go for first, like we were saying pass or crash. Did fine, made it this far, and just happy that we're here.
A great day of racing, and what a great bunch of sports. The Cobras win it all. They are the champions. I'll see you at the award ceremony. It has been a long, long road. Welcome back to Maximum Drive. And after all these weeks, Sharks, you are the third best out of 15 teams. You guys, Munchie, Jammin', Buff, you're the second best, the Lions. And now let's bring a champion, Doug Henry. Everybody knows Doug. He is going to deliver the cup to the Cobras. They are number one. Are you ready? I say maximum, you say drive. Maximum drive. Maximum drive. I say number, you say one. Number. That's all we got to say. I'm Joe Fowler for Brian Vermeer, for Mercedes Cologne, and for Doug Henry. See ya! Woo!